Hi everyone, welcome to the holiday special episode of Photomode Unplugged. I'm Ruben, this is Mick, and we are your hosts. This is getting slightly better. It's like
Is it
slightly.
getting? It's kind of the same, but maybe you're getting more comfortable with doing it.
Yeah. Yeah. I try to do it over and over again in front of the mirror before we start recording. No, I never did it. Or did I?
You're telling yourself you've got this. You're a tiger. Not that I can take you seriously in that hat, obviously.
What hat?
Oh, you've just dyed your hair.
Yeah.
Okay, wow.
This is all natural.
In that case, I'm impressed.
Yeah. So.
I feel uncomfortable with it being holiday season already. It's
this year went so fast.
Yeah, very too fast.
It's like I'm going to do a humble brag that might backfire, but I might be personally knowing some people from Guerrilla this week, and I'm thinking about talking about the anniversary of Forbidden West is right around the corner.
Yeah.
And when I realized that, I was like, where did the time go? It was February just now. And in a blink of an eye, like it's holiday season.
I was kind of thinking actually about Forbidden West in the same way, because all right, so once you get December, everything out of the way, all this business, and then I thought I might go back to Horizon. I thought, shit, it's a year old almost. I've barely touched it since finishing up the post about it, because just more things keep coming, and things
Did you
take
finish
you away
the
for
story?
weeks. Oh yeah. Well, I finished the story to do the review, so I kind of powered through the main story quests. I haven't done all of the side missions by any stretch. No.
There are some of them that are really, really cool.
Yeah.
Like, no spoilers, but I will give you a spoiler. There is a very small side quest at the start of the game where you get the boom spear. I don't know if you unlock that. You don't remember?
I don't think so.
Okay, so you unlock the boom spear, and the character that you unlock it from clearly has some kind of character trait, and after you get to meet her several times through the game, you notice that she's actually autistic. Okay. And it's such a gentle way that they introduce that, and her whole storyline. That side quest really made me realize there would be some things in the future that people would treat in that reality that people would treat like the tribes and whatever used to treat in the past.
Yeah.
So
okay.
it made me really appreciate the careful world building that they made on some characters.
Deep storytelling.
Yeah.
Cool.
And it's a side quest.
Yeah. That's the thing. A lot of stuff now, we were on about this with God of War, like the Valkyries in God of War 2018 are entirely optional and really important.
Can you think about you in your first playthrough you never defeat them, and then
I did the first one and then I just saved the rest.
Can you imagine playing Ragnarok without ever meeting a Valkyrie?
Yeah, without even knowing about them.
Yeah.
You'd be like, who are these? What are they doing?
She's the queen of what?
Yeah.
Never heard of them.
Is this a spoiler?
No.
It is.
we seen the trailer, so yeah.
Yeah, true.
Moving on. What have you been up to this week?
Well,
any games?
I don't know, a little
Gran
bit.
Turismo.
Yeah, I did get pulled back into Gran Turismo for a surprise. Yeah. Well, it was the 25th anniversary launch of there, so they've just revamped the little home screen and they've given me some new content. So every time I think
home screen looked
it's
good.
so good, just watching the fireworks. But yeah, unlock the new cars. I was doing everything on the viewers challenge because they've just had their world finals. The actual Gran Turismo World Series finals have been on, so you had to watch the races and answer some questions on them. It's just a cheap way to get you to watch all the streams. but yeah, I've been on it again.
By the time this video goes live, I think that Need for Speed Unbound would be already out. Yeah. Will you play it? Do you have time to play another game?
Now. Not this year.
Okay.
No, I've got too much.
Probably
coming up.
If I have the time, it's probably going to be my first pickup of the 2023.
Yeah.
Because that game looks good. From the photos I've been seeing, like the blend of styles, like the realistic cars and the ultra over the top graphics, they look super
really
cool.
Colorful as well.
Yeah, I haven't played Gran Turismo since Underground 2. Need for Speed since Underground 2. But that gives me serious vibes of Underground.
Yeah. I like all kinds of racing games, really, like the less serious arcadey ones as well. But yeah, in the new year, hopefully. It depends on what else comes along as well. Because let's not forget, like, even coming now, this Callisto project is out.
Protocol.
In fact, the Callisto Protocol, will be out the day. In fact, it came out yesterday as you're watching this, I think.
But the photo mode isn't confirmed, is it?
Not confirmed, but there was one of their previews, they paused the game and you could see it said photo mode on the menu, on the pause menu. Have you not seen that?
No.
Oh. Well, I should have written a blog post about it, but I didn't have time just to cover that.
So, virtual photographers are eating really good at the end of this year, because we are getting that. We are getting Need for Speed. We are getting Marvel's Midnight Suns this week.
The Witcher.
Yeah. The Witcher 3 is getting a photo mode.
Yeah.
Possibly, I know this, most of us won't like this, but Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core, the remake is coming out, and it's possible that it got a photo mode because of integrated. Even if it's really bad, it's possible.
But it's something else, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm still waiting on the Ragnarok update, obviously. I want that to be next year.
And then at the start of next year, we have Forspoken.
What's the date on that? Is it January or February?
I think it's January.
Yeah. Too much. I need a team.
Someone was going on Twitter telling, speaking about, like, 24th of January is the release date of Forspoken, if it doesn't get delayed again.
Not this time.
For the 5th time. About, like, sharing the same games over and over again. And I'm like, yeah, if I want to play every game with a photo mode nowadays, I can't keep up. That's why I keep going back to the same games.
Yeah.
I can't keep up with new games.
Yeah.
It's just too much, honestly.
But before that, we've got holiday season, and hence the hat. It is a hat, just in case anyone was fooled about the immense hair dye. It is a hat. Obviously.
Like, I'm getting whites, though.
Yeah. And so we thought we were going to do an episode about gift ideas.
Do you... Okay, so you have kids, so the answer is yes. But do you give many gifts during the holiday season?
We give gifts, yeah.
No, but do you usually give many gifts, like to family members, to friends, to co-workers?
Well, kind of, not really co-workers, no. We do the whole family, yeah. Which there's too many of them as well.
I give basically one gift
to yourself,
to Danny, my girlfriend, and to no one else.
Oh, you're one of those.
But I have a simple explanation. If I now that I'm a grown up and I have a job and I make my money, this doesn't make sense. But growing up, I grew up with a lot of nephews, like a lot of nephews. And let's pretend that I would give a €10 gift to one of them, and that same amount to 15 of them would be a
well.
lot. So I decided. Then I have 3 sisters and 1 brother, so the same issue happens again. So I wouldn't give anyone. And the thing is, for most of my childhood, whatever, I've only received the gift from my parents. And once I turned 18, my parents stopped giving me gifts. And I'm not even kidding. I'm not even joking. Like, this is true. Like, if I got a sweater from my parents, I would be like super lucky. So I wasn't raised with the whole giving. But now Danny wants me to give presents to most people in my life.
To you.
It's super unnatural to me. Like, if we are going to buy something for her parents, I'm like, I'm not giving anything to your parents. Why would I give you? And it's oh, my mother will be sad if you don't give her anything, so I buy them like a box of chocolates or something really.
Yeah, I mean, it's a gesture. It's more than nothing, isn't it?
Yeah.
So sometimes
but
we
my
do
upbringing taught me to not give anything to anyone.
Yeah, well, that's fair enough. Just as long as you don't expect to receive the other way, then so what? I guess.
I hate when people give me stuff. So because that means that I have to give them something back.
Well, yeah, you don't give to receive. That's the old thing, isn't it? But
you kind of do.
Sometimes we do things to kind of en masse buy people the same sort of present. So this year, Sam's had the idea of getting everyone like a really big fluffy hoodie thing because it's cold and everyone's turning the heating off because it's so expensive. So
that's a cool gift too.
Yeah, well, it's quite warm actually. Cool, warm. Never mind.
You're such a dad.
Yeah, what's your point? Look, the best thing that Christopher Judge has ever done is the dad jokes.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, exactly.
And I hadn't realized until you told me that each day you would tell one less joke
For the countdown.
because it was the number of days until the release of Ragnarok. That was his
inspired. It was, yeah.
Do you know how that started?
Well, they did some at an award show, didn't they?
In the 2018 press thing, he went to I think it was GameSpot, and they gave him a list of dad jokes for him to read with Kratos' voice.
Yeah.
And that stuck, and ever since then he kept going. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. So, gift ideas is where we're going. And actually, it doesn't have to be Christmas, like the hat, or holiday, because this is the other thing, isn't it? Not everybody celebrates Christmas. The holiday season is a broader thing. But actually, even birthday gifts and everything. So we wanted to sort of cover gift ideas that people who are into photomods and gaming anyway might like. So... Actually, one of the things... Why? Yeah, well, I was going to say, one of the things that gave me the idea to it is because I get this email from PlayStation's PR, and I get excited every time I see it because I don't read the whole title. And it says, your PlayStation Christmas gift ideas, or gift something. I'm reading that and I think, oh, they're gonna send me a gift? But it only takes a second for that to fizzle out. And it's them sending you a guide on what you should write a gift giving guide.
If anyone from Sony's PlayStation PR team is watching this, please change the title of that email.
Yeah. just put the word guide up at the front so that
Guide, comma, ideas.
Guide idea. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, so they send this list, and right, so let's see what you think of this. They're quite ambitious with their gift ideas. So you don't give gifts at all, we now know.
Yeah.
Mr. Scrooge in the Christmas hat over there. But the first suggestion...
I love Christmas, though. I love Christmas.
You do?
Like, I love the holidays.
Yeah.
So my mom...
being off.
I don't know if this is a thing to the rest of the world. Like, building the whole birth of Christ thing under the tree.
It's got a nativity here.
Yeah. In Portugal, we lost that tradition, but my mom would build, like, whole dioramas.
Yeah.
Like, the entire corridor of my house would be, like... Yeah, and I'm not even joking. Like, my sister now has those things, and she does it, like, in the garden, because my mom used to make, like, giant ones. It would be a whole thing. I
make them?
Build, like, buy the toys. We would gather moss from walls.
Yeah.
We would, like, go with a knife and a bucket to gather moss from walls and, like, build entire things, and it was a whole thing. Like, I grew up with that.
Yeah.
So I love Christmas. I just don't give gifts.
What else can I say? Yeah, fine. So those kind of nativity scenes used to be quite a thing. Like the parish churches and whatnot would have them, and I don't really see them as much anymore. My grandma still has them, but kind of tabletop size, not a whole hallway or anything.
Yeah, it seriously, every time that even in Portugal, I tell this to my friends, and I showed, like, Facebook memories of it. They go speechless, because it was a thing that. And the funny thing is, she hated Christmas. She hated
Evidently
Christmas. Yeah, but like the thing that she was a very traditional, like, kind of. So she was thought like that. So she had to do it because she was like it was a her thing. Yeah.
That's actually kind of one of the best parts of the time of year, I do think.
Yeah.
And like when I was growing up, we used to get taken to midnight mass, so we'd go to church at midnight, which was really weird and novel in itself when you're young and little, just being out in the dark. Oh my god, we're going to church. Yeah, it's really strange. But now it is just this huge commercial venture, and that's the bit I dislike, actually. Yeah.
I actually prefer the commercial venture thing.
God.
Yeah, that's the other thing with all the tries. I was brought up in a very Christian home, so obviously I went the other way.
Yeah.
So I celebrate Christmas for the commercial side of it, and nothing else. So I love the Christmas light. I love,
so
like,
you should have an Amazon hat or something.
Yeah. Like with a little logo here.
Yeah.
Like I need a marker.
This podcast episode is brought to you by
Right now, no one, sadly.
No one. What can we do about that? Yeah, our Christmas gift. Should you choose to give one?
A sponsorship. Now, listen to Audible or something.
Yes,
Like
at the very least, like and subscribe.
Yeah.
There it is.
Very good.
Very good indeed.
So, their suggestions.
The first one is ridiculous. It's just a PlayStation 5 disc and digital editions. Maybe both. We've just put the price up. Now buy one for a gift.
Well, would you give one to your kids?
So it's a tricky one, that, because being a gamer and a parent, obviously they've already got access. So whereas when I was little, I was the only one who had kind of games machines. It had, an Amiga back in the day. But yeah, I don't feel like they need one in the bedroom as well. We've got some of the mini consoles, and so Gabe, the boy, will play them as much as you let him. Essentially, he's into everything. But I kind of prefer them playing it downstairs because it's more of a shared activity then, rather than being shut away. So I probably wouldn't, at least not at the age that they're at right now. Maybe when they get into teenagers and stuff and they spend more time in their own room, because they definitely don't do that anymore. They never did. They don't do that at all. But no, and certainly not at that kind of price these days. Anyway,
it got really expensive.
It's too expensive.
Substantially, yeah.
It's the first console to ever increase in price, and it was already not cheap.
You got the Series S, right? Like the mid tier.
Yeah.
The mid tier. Do you use it?
I don't use it very much. No. The kids do. They use it quite a lot.
Okay.
I just don't. I don't have many games on it because the Game Pass expired, and so I've kind of just kept it in the basis that when something that I really want comes out, I'll get
Hellblade.
Yeah, exactly, Hellblade. So
that's it.
Well, that's all I know of right now.
Because there's nothing
There's
else
not much
coming.
else, I know. But as an actual piece of hardware, I really do like it. I think the design, it's really small. I don't know if you've seen. Yeah, they're tiny.
Yeah.
And it's so neat. It's just really clean.
It's the most beautiful looking of the new consoles. It's definitely the one that I like the most.
I like that, and I like the PS5 in different ways.
I hate the PS5.
No, I stood up at least. I think down it looks a bit ungainly if it's horizontal. But I think standing up straight.
So when I got it, what I did was I put it behind my TV so I didn't have to look at it.
Right. So it got
and
hot.
Now, no, I have a big like thing, and it got space.
Yeah.
And now I keep it behind my monitor because I don't want to look at it. I think it's it's horrible. It's a horrible concept.
It isn't horrible. I think it's really brave. I think it's a really bold design.
But like we said last week, you have to try new things, and they certainly try it. It didn't work this time.
Yeah.
Like the
I think it does.
The PS4 was one of the most beautiful consoles ever. I think it, like, to me at least, in terms of design, it was really simple. It was a black box with the line, the LED light in there.
The original one, you mean?
The one that I have, yeah.
Because I think the first PS4 is the best looking PS4. Because the slim one isn't as nice. That's the one with the kind of rounded. The Pro is like the Slim, but with 3 layers.
Okay. I never saw PS4 Pro like live.
Really? I will send you a picture. I've still got the 500 million edition.
I was really close to buying one a couple of years ago. Right before the PS5 was announced, I was really close to buying one because I was certain that thing 10 years from now will... Yeah.
So,
and
I got it.
It was sealed.
Oh, right. No, I used mine. I got it from a local shop over on the coast at Morecambe. And he was like quite keen to know that I was going to use it. So I wasn't just going straight on eBay or whatever, because people were selling them overpriced, weren't they? But I bought it. I justified buying it because I did an extra job up at the uni. We basically had this school residential thing, and for volunteers who came and helped, who got paid extra. So I used the money from that to just buy this console. I was like, well, if they'd have said, come and do this extra job and we'll give you this limited edition PlayStation, I'd be like, yeah, okay. so I literally did it like that.
Okay.
It was a gift.
Huh. That's a nice way to, because I always reject extra jobs, extra work.
Yeah.
I always reject it right away.
Well,
But that's a nice way to put it.
yeah. You make it worthwhile. Yeah.
Huh. Yeah. So other things on that list.
Oh, the list is, well, it's everything that they sell, obviously. So it's just basically, there's not really anything imaginative. DualSense controllers and then a list of all the colors. Do you like the colors?
Do they have hard drives? Like, I know they have a partnership with SanDisk.
Yeah, but that's not on the suggestions at all. This is just literally first party. That if you go on the Sony Direct website and whatever you can buy on there, that's the suggestions of the gift. So I guess the most stylish thing is the console covers, the color sides for the PlayStation. I
thought about buying the black one because it would blend well with my thing, but they are so expensive.
What are they, like 40?
60, I think.
Wow. Sony's prices are
the price of a game. So
no. Well, not even the price of a game, because that's 70.
Not a new game. Yeah, not a new game, but
Sony's prices are questionable. That was the thing we didn't say about the Xbox Series S. That's been on sale just recently, like Black Friday stuff. £180. I don't know what it was in euros, but 180 quid for that, bargain. I think go and get one. If you don't have one, go and get it.
I saw someone mention that on a podcast that Phil Spencer actually called the Series S a major success, like a major one.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah,
I've not seen the numbers, but I reckon it's sold more than the expected of that, and probably less than the expected of the X.
Yeah. I actually never seen an S live. Have you ever seen an S live? X live, like the black box.
Yeah, I've not like used one. I've seen one, sort of in a case and whatnot.
I don't think I ever did. I'm curious about, like, is it bigger than a PS5?
No, it's shorter. It's obviously wider because it's square footprint. Whoops. But no, it's shorter than a PS5, but it's bulky.
Their designs are so different. They clearly want to separate them. The PlayStation and Xbox.
Yeah.
Their designs tend to be so different from one another. Like, I'm curious how much insider information goes to the other side. Like, we can't release it like that because
it looks like theirs.
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, I mean, would they then? Right, nope. That design that we liked, get rid of it. Start again. I don't know about
that. I'm curious because the dev kits are nothing like the end.
The dev kits are huge and extremely ugly. I don't know why. I think it's just all about functionality. It's all about cooling, isn't it? Because you're going to run that at really extreme conditions.
What I've seen from the PS5, cooling was their number one priority. Like, that thing looks like a starship.
I know. I remember seeing that and I thought, there's no way that's real. But then I thought, hang on a minute, the PS4 dev kit was similarly massive. So yeah, it could well be. And it evidently was. But yeah, like, what's your thoughts on gift ideas then? What do you... If you were to receive a gift in,
If I were to receive a gift, okay. I don't think anyone... So we put out a question on Twitter, but I don't think anyone actually said specifically something that I would like to receive. So I can take it off right now, but a mouse pad with my photo printed on it would be really cool.
I see.
Like, that would be really, like... Of course, there are other things. We mentioned before the show, and Paul at Cinematic Gaming actually mentioned it, like a flash drive, a USB flash drive. I'm losing mine all the time. I have gone through like 4 of them already. So the last time that I bought one, everything about the flash drive said 64 gigs, but once you plugged it, it was 32.
Was it a fake?
I don't know. It was really weird because it was a SanDisk, and everything about it said 64.
Yeah.
And I only noticed when it got, so it was months after I got it, when it said without space, like it filled up, and I'm like, there's no way I have 64 gigs of
partitioned or something silly into 2.
No. I like formatted it. I did all the tests, and it was 32 gig, like half the size that I bought, and it was too late to return it.
Yeah. Was it off Amazon?
No, a local shop, but they wouldn't like receive it.
Well, I was going to say, because Amazon, I've definitely had fake storage cards and stuff. You buy stuff like for your camera, and you're buying it for a certain speed. You need the read-write speed so you can shoot continuously. And you test it, and it's like, that's not that speed.
I had with a Portuguese marketplace, I had a similar issue with my card for the Switch. So it has to have a certain speed because you are basically saving your games.
So the game off it, yeah.
Yeah. And it said, like, everything about the announcement said mini SSD. And when they sent it to me, it was like one of those big ones. And I'm like, this isn't a mini SSD. Oh, it's the one in the image, so we are telling... No, it's not the one in the... It was a whole thing. They wanted me to ship it back, so it was on China. And the price of shipment for that small thing was... I
not worth
took
it.
the loss. Yeah, I took the loss.
The thing you mentioned before that, though, the mouse mat is actually a really good idea. So I'm going to show this one. So this is really old now, but this, there you go. So it's got like Sony Ericsson phones and stuff on it, and the Walkman logo. That's a little car. Sam made that for me years and years ago. There's a PSP on it. There's the PS3 prototype, all sorts. But that was just something she did as a bit of fun. It's actually a brilliant idea. I love that mouse mat. It's so old, all the ends are fraying up on it and everything. But I still got it.
Because even if you do most of your work on a laptop, chances are you have a small mouse.
Yeah.
So it's a great gift. It's something that
it is.
It can go to the cringe side if it's like a family photo or like something like that.
Yeah.
But if it's something like funny, it can work. And VP, having one of your shots in there, I know you are quite fond of your alley shot, the one in the snow.
Yeah.
So imagine a mouse pad with that. That's a cool gift.
And you can get some of those like full with desk mats as well, not just the little mouse mat like that.
I was mentioning
that's
that.
What you mean,
a desk. Yeah.
That's an excellent idea.
Sometimes that happens.
Stumble across them.
They.
Yeah. Unlike the one where you had to wear that hat.
I think it's going to work, at least for the teaser, the video teaser.
Yeah, okay.
Or the thumbnail. People will be like, what?
So, I mean, I had considered bringing a Christmas hat, but not to this episode. I wasn't really quite enough in the Christmas. It's November, in case you're wondering.
It's not November. It's December 3rd now.
It's December 3rd when you hear this. But yeah, due to the magic of the internet, it's currently November.
Maybe I got into the Christmas spirits before you because I'm replaying Miles Morales.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Well, I'm just going to go to New York next week and see the Christmas New
Go.
York for real. So
Fuck yourself.
and there it is, episode 6, straight in the swear jar. Yeah. Anyway, what was the other thing we were on about?
Next year.
The USB sticks. I mean, you should stop losing them because that's just careless.
So, wanna hear a story?
Yeah.
One of them, me and one mate of mine, we were smoking at the window of my apartment, and I was with the USB and the lighter on my pocket, and I took the lighter and the USB came along, and I put it on the window, and as we were smoking, we must have like stumbled onto like the thumb, and it fell off, and we never saw it again. Like we tried to search the garden below my window, everything. It wasn't there. Yeah. It was super weird. And the other, I used to edit my shots and put it on the flash drive, and I had like 3 weeks worth of shots there ready to post, and I lost it. Yeah.
Well, that just goes to show that smoking is bad for your health and the health of your USB stick.
I've been trying to smoke ever since I started, so that's...
You've been trying to smoke ever since...
To stop smoking ever since I started.
I've never smoked anything, largely because, like, why? What's the purpose? Like, I like fresh
really
air.
Old. Yeah. The thumb thing is that I started at 20, so I had all the information. I had all the like, and I just it was more or less group, like
peer
pressure. Yeah, more or less. Then I like, but I've been like non-smoking for 2 years. Then I start again. I smoke for like 3 months. I stop for another 2 years. So I don't actually need the smoke. It's weird. It's more the socializing aspect of it.
Yeah.
Like being with a mate, like doing something, having an excuse to take a break at work, stuff like that.
So the perfect gift for you then is a
nicotine patch with one of my shots in it. Like a Spider-Man sticker in here.
Oh wow. Yeah, because then you'd be like showing it off. Yeah, look at my nicotine patch. Wow.
Kratos like screaming like with a nicotine patch.
No, it just says boy, but all of the O's is a patch.
Maybe this is a market, like nicotine patch for gamers, that people are missing out.
Maybe. If you see.
By the way, we don't endorse smoking. Never smoke.
No,
kids.
I certainly do. I've already said that. I have lost some respect already.
Like I do. It's something that gets me really sad. That I smoke is something that gets me sad. It's something that I really struggle with because I don't want to, but at the same time, it's not easy. It's not
easy.
easy.
To introduce you to Mr. Willpower.
I don't have that. I don't have ship it to Portugal. I have none. Willpower 0.
Well, if nothing else, just save yourself some money, and then you could buy people gifts.
That's the other thing. I'm one of those smokers that never spends money in smoking.
Oh, a scrounger.
Yeah. Like everyone that comes in
a fag.
Like everyone that my best friend really gets annoyed by this when I say it, but everyone that smokes and comes to my house knows that they are smoking for two. Period. Full stop.
Wow.
I'm getting you dinner, you're getting me. Like, I have a friend at work, and I am constantly saying, I'm saving your life. By, by asking for one, I'm saving your life.
Well, I don't condone it anyway. So neither the scrounging nor the smoking.
Don't do it. Smoke, not
But
even once.
what I was going to say about the USB sticks, just to return to the original topic again, is that I bought one when I not long after I started doing virtual photography, and it's the best little device that I use constantly during everything.
Do you still have the same?
I think it is the same one. It's the one that, you know, in my original guide that I put in the little photograph of it. I've still got that one because I don't.
We are two very different people.
Oh, I know that.
We are two very different.
Organized.
Yeah.
But it's a double-ended one, so it's a normal USB on one side and it's USB-C on the other one.
Yeah,
so you stick it in the console, and then I stick it in the phone or in the PC, and it's just really easy to access the shots. I certainly wouldn't be going down that. I know some people use like the messaging, the PlayStation Network messaging or whatever. The Xbox auto backup thing's pretty good. But yeah.
Right now, since I lost so many. Right now, I use a big one.
Yeah, it's not very pocketable, but
no, it's not. But I'm always like in my desk for most. Like, I work from home, so there is no very little reason for me to leave now. Yeah. All the ones that I lost was while I was working in an office.
Yeah.
So that might have something to do with it. But I used to have like a double-ended one, a USB and a USB-C.
Yeah.
And it's really like, how far has technology like went in order for us to have that little device.
A tiny thing. Yeah.
With both hands. It's crazy.
It's so useful. Anyone who doesn't have one of those, just get one.
Did you try the PlayStation app to transfer photos?
Yeah, so what I don't like about that is that the file names are just nonsense. Because I put them all into Lightroom and that catalogs them. The PlayStation doesn't keep like a date taken. So essentially you get the date that you copy it off, and that can get mixed up.
Yeah.
But the file name includes the date. So you can get the date. If you just ordered them by name, you got them in date order essentially.
Ooh.
But if you use that PlayStation app, they're just called any old random number, and even if you export the same picture twice, the number changes, so you can't even keep track of the same picture. It's terrible. The quality is quite good on it. No, I don't use it.
The first time I used that, it was actually on PlayStation's when I went to PlayStation Portugal show, and I wanted to show off, like, oh, and if you want to simply transfer your photos from your console to your phone, you can. And it didn't work to me.
I've never had it not work. I just don't like.
Because that PlayStation wasn't synced with my account.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I forgot about this.
So
this
that's kind of you didn't work.
Yeah. But it worked in the end.
As a sort of spin-off from that, I think it was Worlds of Gaming that mentioned this as well, was a capture card. Yep. And so it doesn't mean a storage device. That's like, actually what I'm using now is like the Elgato HDMI capture card.
It was the same, right?
I think it's on the same one.
Yeah.
So they come in a whole range. They can be quite pricey, can't they? I mean, the newest Elgato ones are 150 quid.
I actually never seen a use for a capture card. For me, even if I stream, I use remote play to stream from the PlayStation, so that's covered. And I stream from a webcam, so I don't need the whole mount. but it was like the first. I don't know why, but it was the first thing that came to mind. It was a capture card.
Yeah.
Maybe because we have been talking about it since you had.
Oh, well, I had the issues getting that. Everything set up, yes. And then I found out that not all capture cards are equal, and some make you look like you made it a Lego.
There is a reason why Elgato is such a well-respected brand in the streaming space.
Yeah, I'm really impressed with this actually, and it was a used one. You know, I bought it off a local seller thing, and I just got like 30 quid. So it's not the latest model, but it perfectly does the job. Yeah, I think like one of the things that Paul mentioned there was if you're wanting to capture proper 4K resolution, the consoles either like the PS4 didn't capture 4K video at all.
Yeah.
The PS5 can, but only in that really obscure, what do you use it, WebM.
I had my issues with it because I tried to do some reels and TikToks.
Yeah.
But I couldn't because I saved them.
Not compatible.
Yeah.
I hate it, and I constantly do it when I think, right, I need a clip for this review or whatever, and then it's like, it's in HDR, it's in a stupid file format, nothing can come.
Now you can. You have a capture card, so now you can.
But that makes me have to bring the console in here in itself.
Yeah.
But yeah, otherwise you can capture the MP4, but in 1080p. So anyone who wants video capture, they are definitely a useful thing. And I was actually the same. I never really thought of needing one. But when you have one, you start to see, I get what it can do more for me now. And
since like we've been talking about Reels, about TikTok in a few episodes ago, that's a great way to differentiate yourself in that world, in that platform, in those platforms, from everyone else. Everyone else is doing the 1080p, so
up the quality. Yeah, definitely. And even just if it's something that encourages you to get into more moving images, because we all do stills, and it's just a lot more time and effort involved in video. But if you can get into that, we've seen Sunny Legend and Much, for example. That's entirely around capturing footage and
now you can on Twitter you can post 4 different types of media files.
Yeah,
in one post.
I still haven't done it. I keep forgetting about that. Like where you can have a video and 3 pictures.
You can have 2 videos and 3 pictures. Can have whatever. You can have a GIF. You can have anything you want. Yeah, in there. So that certainly helps you differentiate your when I posted my if Twitter goes down, here's my other socials. I did it with a GIF at the corner, and I thought, this looks fun. This is actually quite nice in terms of. So I wonder if you have like a vertical video, if it will play like what I do when I post 3 shots, 1 vertical and 2 horizontal. Yeah. If you have a vertical video, if that will play, I might have to test that out.
You can try that, because I can give you the vertical version of the teasers for this again.
Oh, yeah.
You can try one of those.
Huh. Yeah. Another great suggestion from Apple VGP was a digital portrait. So those frames that keep changing the picture. I like this one. Like, imagine having one in the background during this episodes, with pictures.
Yeah. The 2 things I'm thinking of there is, one, the what is now Player magazine, used to be PlayStation magazine.
Yeah.
They gave away some of those. It's a digital photo frame, weren't they? And because they for a while did a virtual photography monthly contest, and they gave away a few of those. They're really nice, and you can get all sorts of different sizes as well. So you can have like a little desktop one, or something fairly large to go on the wall, I guess. Yeah, that's an excellent suggestion.
And for someone like us with so many photos, I think those work as with a SD card.
Yeah. So
So
you could just put a whole slideshow.
yeah, and never repeat the same picture.
Yeah. Well, maybe not. The other idea that gives me is little portable projectors as well. You could use the same idea, because I was considering it for this wall here. We've got a little projector for the bedroom. It's a little short throw projector for the TV, but you could just, it's actually battery powered as well, and you can just cast, a gallery to it or whatever. And I was going to think about doing it on this wall, but I never have. But you can get little fairly cheap ones, kind of like size of a phone. That'd be kind of cool.
That's a cool idea.
Yeah, it does mean you got to be dark to use it.
Yeah, but I could do it. Huh. You gave me an idea that I probably will never realize. But yeah.
If you got one as a gift.
I might. Yeah.
I don't know about you, but I always like gifts. The best kind of gift, apart from when I got my dog, that was my best gift I ever received. But the best kind of gifts are ones that I can use, like gadgets and toys. I don't mean like kids' toys. I mean,
I hate receiving like clothes.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, I've already got some clothes.
I don't want anything. I don't want anything useful to you. I want something that is useful to me.
Yeah, exactly. Like if you get me a torch or a penknife or anything that uses electricity, I'm usually happy with it.
So quite a lot of people said just a print.
On your question.
Yeah, on the question, like a lot of people said print. How do we feel about that?
I think it's a very valid suggestion, actually. And so what were they thinking? Like, they'd like to receive a gift of one of their own prints to mount on the wall, or what?
Someone, I think it was Ducky. Ducky, why so Ducky, said something really interesting. So I gift you my favorite picture of me, like the one that I took, and you give me yours.
So you trade in pictures. Okay, yeah. I'd love to see one of my favorite shots laminated in frames, not one I took of the person gifting it to me took. Okay. I don't know. Which would you rather? I think most people would rather receive their shot framed. And actually, this goes back to one of the first contests I did with Santa Monica, and I was on the phone to Aaron Kaufman, and we were talking about the prizes, and because I'd said, I've got some prints that I can give. I had some prints of the the Kratos punch shot, and I was like, I got some prints of that we can give, and he's like, oh yeah, we can definitely do prints, but was definitely not thinking a print of my shot. It was like, no, it's got to be theirs. I was like, that's fine. I'm okay with that. I was only suggesting because I've got these, But yeah, from his perspective, it was like not even in question that it was the people's who are obviously the winners. Shots,
I don't know. There are some iconic shots from the community. I quite like your Spunny Bard, Gary, because he keeps posting his favorite shots over and over again.
Yeah.
And some of those I already like recognize and see as like being part of the community. Like your Kratos punch shot is another one that I tried to recreate many times, but I never could. So yeah, I some shots, yes. But mostly I would like my shots, sorry. Like my shots are special to me for a reason.
Exactly. It's the added attachment to it, isn't it? Not just, that's by someone who's, even if it's from someone famous, I guess, unless you're like some sort of fanboy, you're not that into it. But yeah. A lot of them actually mentioned about sort of whole books as well, like a coffee table book. and that is nice. There's one thing I think that virtual photography needs more is to become physical.
Yeah. The problem is the copyright thing. You can print the book, but you can't sell the book.
Yeah. Okay. So complicated topic.
Yeah.
We've not had a future topic idea yet. That's a usual theme, isn't it?
So future topic idea.
If you start to commercialize it, yeah, it becomes difficult. It's not about the copyright; it's about the rest of the IP, because the photographer owns the copyright. But yeah, a story for another day.
Someone did a print of the Magnificent Team from Red Dead Redemption, printed a book, like a screenshot book, and gave it to the actor that plays Arthur Morgan, the main character, for him to sign. That's really cool, though.
Yeah.
Imagine like one of like God of War from the whole God of War community and Chris Judge signed. That would be mine. The other ones, I don't care.
No, you can't do that. Gifting yourself again.
There are two other ones that I think are different enough. So the first one is actually goes with the first suggestion from the guide that PlayStation sent you, but like whole systems, like Steffi and I want to say Jordan. Both Jordan said a PS5 and Steffi said Koala's PC. Right. So entire systems to play.
Yeah. I guess
it's a nice gift.
It's a very nice gift, isn't it? Yeah. If money's no object, then I would make a really great millionaire, by the way. Like, I would buy such good, interesting gifts like that. If you've got so much money to just throw around, you're like, yeah, so what?
I would buy Twitter.
And then do what? Shut it down.
Yeah, in 2 weeks' time, I will break this record. Like in 1 week, Twitter will be down.
Yeah, apart from just you're just the one account left.
Yeah. My account would be the only one verified. The other ones, I don't even
This is
care.
verified because he owns Twitter.
I'm surprised that he didn't give himself a special color. I don't know if you saw this, but like now each type of account has different verified colors. So entities and companies are golden. Celebrities are blue, and everyone else, I think, I might be wrong, is gray.
Okay.
I'm surprised that he didn't give himself like.
Yeah, well, yeah, mine is the color of weed because, yeah. I've forgotten what the. Oh no, it was about the whole systems, wasn't it? Yeah, it is. It's. I mean, certainly for kids, I guess that is. Parents might be thinking, okay, yeah, main present, games console. I think a full PC is not. It has to be out of the question for kids' gifts. Well, it goes both ways, doesn't it? Because that's another interesting concept. If you are a virtual photographer and you're buying presents for your children, do you buy them things that might get them interested in in virtual photography? You buy them games that have got a good photo mode.
Gave that suggestion, like games, like game keys, whatever. But like, okay, this is for the friends or family or whatever, whoever gifts you to see and to get ideas. I actually never bought a console before the PS5.
You'd never bought it for yourself.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
The PS3 and PS4, it was Danny
that
gave it to me. PS2 my parents, PS1 my parents. So yeah, I never actually bought.
So,
Like
yeah.
the PS5 was like an achievement for me. Like Danny, Danny wanted to like at least pay half of it,
Yeah.
and I said no. I really need to do this one alone. Yeah, it was something
I
really
need to
personal to me.
prove that I'm an adult.
Yeah, it was like, yeah, I can buy my own shit now. And the PC, it was like what you said with the PlayStation. It was from Ubisoft and Crystal Dynamics. So once those 2 gigs, they
Yeah.
transferred the money. I bought a PC.
Yeah,
So it's like that.
I always think you're better off with something that you justify, right, I'm going to spend it on this because that's going to last me. I'm going to get a lot of use out of that. Whereas if you just take the money and put it in the bank, you end up saying, I don't even know what I spent it on. And it's almost like it was nothing.
Yeah.
That's how I always feel about just taking cash.
And this PC really made his money's worth this year. Like I played much more in the PC than on the PS5. I stream, I watch everything on this PC. It's it's basically on like 14 hours a day maybe.
Yeah. Well, don't jinx it.
But there were some people confused, Mick,
Yeah. Well,
with the question.
and you did ask, was my question confusing? And I don't think it was, but it's just different interpretations. So it did appear that some people maybe thought that you were asking what gift they would like us to send them right now.
A console.
A console. Yeah, I mean, so what everybody's all the rage. That's what Sony says as well. But not yet. Again, if I was a millionaire though, right, if I was incredibly wealthy, the giveaways would be mega. I do such crazy giveaways. Why not?
That I would do. If I was like really rich, I would like and retweet this to get $1,000. Stuff like this.
Unlimited. Yeah, you'd run out of money quickly then. But yeah, what did you think of that then? With the suggestion that we were giving away something? Are we giving away something?
Not right now, no. Right now, no. Not on this particular episode.
No, sorry.
But one of our first ideas when we started the podcast was to do something in relation to another thing. Like,
it's okay.
Do a giveaway, but give it as part of the VP Awards.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that came about earlier in the year when I was complaining that I still not got anyone who would reply to me.
You start if you start too soon. You start preparing too soon.
No, if anything, it's too late. This is the trouble.
Yeah.
Don't get me started on too freaking soon, because what you think is soon and there's loads of time, that time disappears, and it's like, yeah, I'm now on days to go. There's large entities that I'm waiting to hear back on, and I need really important information. Is this on or not? Like thing. I'm like, I just can't get anything back. But yeah, there was a point where I was just not getting anything, and I was like, my God, I don't even know what we're going to have for the awards this year. And you actually suggested contributing something, and so then that merged into our conversations about doing the podcast. And yeah, so we're going to. I've not really figured out how to fit it in yet, because it can't be one of the awards. Anyone who doesn't know what the VP Awards are, by the way, is the Virtual Photography Awards.
Oh, you are going to explain. Sorry. I said I was just going to tell them to F off, because they should have known by now.
Well, I guess the target audience maybe do. I'm always working on the fact that some people are just discovering this podcast without knowing anything about our presence elsewhere. That's possible.
It is, yeah.
It definitely is. You know, by this time, YouTube's recommending us on all sorts of different interests.
Yeah, it would be really cool to like open up a computer somewhere on at YouTube and like our podcast be there just because.
Yeah,
that would be cool.
In you may be interested in. Boof. There you go.
Photomode Unplugged. If we keep doing this for a long time, when people type in photo mode on YouTube, it's possible that
possible.
ours will be.
The downside is that we've made photo mode a single word, like a single noun, which it's not. It's photo mode as 2 words. But our name is currently in one merged word. You can't edit it. Stop changing the name.
No, I'm trying to see. Oh, you can keep on about the giveaway.
I'm just waiting to see what happened. The suspense. It doesn't help the audio only listeners who now just think they've stopped talking. They can't see you.
I'm typing stuff on YouTube in an incognito window.
Oh, I see. So you're trying to not use your previous history.
Yeah.
So come on, this is an important experiment that's not relevant right now.
We don't appear. Oh, we do. Yeah. Photo Mode Unplugged episode 2 spoilers is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10,
okay.
11, 12. Yeah. We are. People have to scroll.
Yeah,
but we are there.
People like scrolling.
We are getting there.
We are. But yeah.
If I type in everything together, we are the 3rd and 4th video. So that's not bad.
Yeah, it's still new, so I wouldn't worry.
Well, Ubisoft, the second video is announcing photo mode, Ubisoft in-game photography contest, and photo mode is all together.
Is it? That's interesting, because usually the studios capitalize it as well. They treat it as a like a named feature, and they don't call it in the photo mode. They say in photo mode. So I've always noticed this when I'm writing, because I usually put the photo mode, and they don't. But that's the way it is. So anyway, yeah, we are going to be giving away something yet.
Something?
We've not decided yet, actually. So this has been sort of helpful to get ideas for the kind of what people would like the most. And it's not going to be a PS5. It's not going to be a 4080 graphics
It's
card.
actually going to be a PlayStation 2.
Well, Gran Turismo 4. One of the first ever photo modes. Totally
and
relevant.
that's the reason.
Yeah. Shall I show you this? I'm going to put this up. So by now this will have already been seen. And
oh, you are showing me the teaser for
I'll give you the little teaser so you can see. Does this work? There we go. I'm trying to share the screen now. There you go. It should be coming through.
Ooh.
So, yeah, it's all covered up, but
I like the teaser.
I like the teaser. Yeah, there's
this looks good.
It teases well, and I did. Yeah, the quality is like the material quality is really great. So,
can we print this?
No.
Like 3D print this and send them to people.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, that's part of the plan. Not for this year.
Ooh, really?
No, not for this year. So,
okay.
Yeah, I mentioned
when
before.
Kojima is one of the judges, you will have enough money to start printing trophies.
Yeah, so I mentioned, I think last time, that I was working with Chris in session he's doing the 3D renders of these. And we've had a lot of discussions about getting to this design. And he showed me, it was actually a really cool idea, this sort of weird organic variation on it. But I was like, no, on the basis that it's harder to make, I want to stick with this one that we've got now.
So on the basis that it's harder to print,
Well,
you decided to go with this one?
no, this one's not harder. The other idea that you had would have
okay.
been much more difficult, more complex to make. Whereas this one, I think, certainly, to be obviously that's meant to be metal, but to make it out of some sort of 3D printed thing or a cast resin or something like 3D printed then sprayed up to be metallic, definitely possible.
You need a good sponsor.
Yeah, I know.
In order to get those printed, you need like some company that does
That makes
those kinds of
trophies.
print
Yeah,
to sponsor.
I know.
Maybe the idea that they would be the first to print that award would be enough.
It's you would think that some things would be attractive, but honestly, getting through is the difficult thing. Invariably,
Yeah.
it's just getting hold of the right people. But yeah, stay tuned. Well, I'm sure we'll cover a bit more about the awards on here in one of the episodes. So they're happening later on in December. The results will be in January.
Okay. Yeah. We need to make this shorter.
I know.
Okay,
Well-
anything else?
No, finish.
No.
That's the
Finished. Okay. This week it's been all. Hopefully you will show this episode to someone that is going to give you something from our extensive list. If not, please just ask them nicely to print you one of your photos and act surprised when they give it to you. See ya.